Hello everyone, this is Shinto Shirane again. I'm here today to talk about Mortal Kombat X, the newest in the long-running franchise. Let's go here right to the start screen. I want to talk a little bit about the basics right now, updating game data, which I was not expecting that. Okay. Real quick, one of the big differences in this game before I get into the story is there's a lot more online play compared to the last one. Now, with the last one, you were still able to play with friends online and still be able to play with the person right next to you. Personally, I like playing with the person right next to me because I like, being able to bash talk them or joke around with them. But I do love playing with some of my friends online. I don't think anybody I know has Mortal Kombat X right now. But one of the biggest things is on here is called the Faction War. Now this is held once a week, and I will press L1 and I will give you a little sum up of it. Alright, I'm going to go right here to my faction page. Now as you can see right here, you see all 1st through 5th. These are the 5 different factions. You have the Black Dragon, the Lin Kuei, Special Forces, Shadow, and White Lotus. I'll get into them in 1 second. Now if you look at the left part of the screen, you see my icon. She can like change up. I just turned it over, but you can see complete challenges to help your faction. These are like little challenges you can do every day. Now whether it's play as a certain character, connect with like an X-ray move, also known as like kind of like the super combo, don't jump, don't block, little things like that allow you to bring your faction up. I think it usually happens on Sunday, at the end of Sunday. Right now my faction hasn't won any. I'm currently the Lin Kuei. You see I wasn't on yesterday. I'm on today. I'll probably do it a little bit later. Do my challenges. Helps out all build up. Now, right over here is your basic stats, what invasions you've won, which I'm still trying to figure some of this stuff out, everybody. But you can see at the bottom it says like what level you are in your faction. Now there's actually something very important about that. The one thing about the faction, not only you get like this little screen and everything, but let's see. I'm gonna go to, I'll tell you what, let me check this. Nope.
Choose your faction.
Now I'm not going to change my faction, everybody. I'm gonna let you see all the different factions. We'll start with the Lin Kuei first. Now I'm the Lin Kuei. Now I'll explain the reason why I prefer the Lin Kuei here in a second.
Once a secretive warrior clan, the Lin Kuei have been reformed by their new Grandmaster, Sub-Zero. They now focus their considerable power on Earthrealm's protection. Only the most powerful warriors can earn the right to call themselves Lin Kuei.
Alright, now we're going to go over here to the Black Dragon.
A cutthroat criminal organization, the Black Dragon perpetrates the most violent and brutal crimes imaginable. Assassination, robbery, and black market weapons trafficking are among their known offenses. All members of the Black Dragon clan are currently wanted by the Special Forces for crimes against humanity.
Alright. Next one, Brotherhood of Shadow.
Hailing from the evil Nether Realm, the Brotherhood of Shadow is a ruthless, secretive organization that has abandoned free will to serve the fallen elder god Shinnok. Using dark magic to resurrect fallen warriors, their ranks grow with each conflict, and their nefarious goals come closer to realization.
Alright, Special Forces.
The Special Forces is a military group formed to defend the United States from its most dangerous enemies. After the Outworld invasion, they expanded their influence to encompass the entire world. Utilizing state-of-the-art technology, they protect Earthrealm from threats beyond our reality.
And the White Lotus.
A secret order formed by the Thunder God Raiden and the Shaolin. The White Lotus is populated by the finest martial artists from around the world. Their sole purpose is to hone their skills in preparation for the Mortal Kombat tournament.
Okay, now eventually, as a player, I'm gonna go through and do all the factions, just so that's me. I'm a little bit of a completionist, even though it's a really hard thing to do. I am a martial artist. For anybody who doesn't know, I'm actually a 5th degree black belt in Taekwondo. I'm currently expanding my knowledge of the martial arts. I'm also a green belt in a style called Hamudo, which is Korean Judo. But Lin Kuei are more warriors that protect the whole entire world. Martial artists, everything. The White Lotus, this focus on the tournament. Special Forces, I have no beef with Special Forces, but I am more of a martial artist. I kind of like the whole mystic side, you know, doing like ice balls, fireballs, stuff like that. Just kind of imagine that. Okay, I'm gonna exit out of this. War Towers, it's kind of like the old little setup it used to have, like if you play like Mortal Kombat 3, how you had like the towers, you could rotate them. Each tower has like a little different thing, but now the war, and that's normal tower. The person who's invading the champion, you're knocking their tower down. They could have maybe like 4 levels or 5 levels with a little bit of a strength challenge in between, like in the middle, test your might. Of course, you got the crypt. I have gone through the crypt some. I won't do any more crypt stuff until I get on here. I've only completed like the first section and gone through it a little bit, and I'll explain about that. Alright, let's go over to one player. I'm going to go through Test Your Luck. I have not done any of the Test Your Luck stuff yet. I was actually going to check it out, and I'll do a broadcast on it later. There's your normal towers. That's where you'll get the endings for the characters individually, which now it's kind of non-canon, like all the different endings, but it's always kind of cool to see what they come up with, since the story mode is the canon ending, which kind of bites sometimes, because I kind of like the endings to when you play the arcade mode. But I'm just going to go over here to training, just to kind of give everybody a sum up of what the game is like. I'm going to go through each character and explain a couple of things. I'm not going to play every character. I'm only going to pick out maybe like one and show you like a little difference in what I mean. Okay, so let's go here to training. Feature added in the last Mortal Kombat game. Fatality practice, get to practice like certain fatalities. Of course, there's your tutorial, learn how to use the controls. Okay, let's go over here to practice. Huh, okay, I need to download him. I'll let you guys know, I did with Mortal Kombat, I went ahead and I pre-ordered it. I pre-ordered the expensive version because I did like the figure that it came with, which I'll show here in a second, because I actually got the skin up here. As you can tell, there's a giant roster. I actually kind of like the setup of how they did it. I have some different skins. I'll go through the skins too so you guys can see, but as of right, because I already have the combat pack, I get kind of first access to things when they come available. The pre-order was Goro. Now, I don't know if that's going to be available later on or not, but I think that's something really cool, because I actually really enjoyed playing as Goro in Mortal Kombat Armageddon, which I'm still trying to unlock everything so I can make my own character. And it'd just be really cool to spar somebody with 4 arms. Okay, let's start at this end. This is Tanya, first introduced in Mortal Kombat 4. She's from Edenia, I think I pronounced it correctly. I don't. Now, like I was saying, there's a big difference in the games. The big difference right here is, you know, even though we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, we only have 29 characters, which I know some people are like, oh, you know, some games have like 50 and everything. Technically, do 29 times 3. Okay. Yeah, it's close to like 100 different characters or ways you can play. Alright, now, this is what I mean by it, alright? I'm going to pick Tanya and I'm going to scroll through. Now you can see choose variation. Now this is what I mean by pretty much each character has 3 different ways you can play as, alright? Now you're going to have their basic moves and some of the basic combos, but depending on what you choose right here will change up some of their fighting abilities. Like this one, Dragon Naginata against staff stances, swing kick, and utilizes her staff. Alright, you don't have that, so that's basically she has a whole new fighting style. So instead of doing the switch fighting style that they did in the Deadly Alliance, it was Deadly Alliance, Deception, and Armageddon, you know, like where you can switch up between like 2 to 3 different styles, they pick it like this. Personally, I kind of like the Deadly Alliance, Deception, and Armageddon, where you can switch styles, like switch between one style and your weapon. That was just me, but you know, I understand they're going to change it up every couple of games to suit a different, a new generation, and to keep the franchise going. Alright, Combat Jutsu gains Tonfa Toss, Blade Dive, and attacks using her Tonfas. Alright, and then Pyromancer gains Dark Shroud, Low Fireball, and High Fireball. In other words, she can throw fireballs. Yay. Okay, Tremor coming soon. Only thing I heard about him so far is he uses Earth type Quake moves. Earth, and he's like a student of Kano. That's all I know. This is Kunjin introduced in this game. I do know he's from the Shaolin Temple. I have played through the story mode a little bit, but I'll restart it on my broadcast. So let's go to this. Alright. See how it also changes? Like they get like the background changes. Bojutsu, new staff abilities, Ancestral gains the ability to empower arrows, and Shaolin. Now, guys, let you know, I will stop the broadcast and I'll restart it and do it as like part 2. Okay, because I'm only doing each of my broadcasts only about 15 minutes. So bear with me on that one. Alright, Goro. Oh wow, even Goro's got 3. Okay. Dragon Fangs, which you can kind of see them on his gauntlets. Kudon Warrior. Oh, that stupid name ground and pound that Kentaro had from Mortal Kombat 2. And Tiger of Fury. Be able to shoot fire, like, yeah, wow. In other words, you can play a little bit like Kentaro. Alright, Quan Chi, first introduced. Not Mortal. Yeah, Mortal Kombat 4. Of him in Mortal Kombat. Well, was it 4? Yeah, I think it was 4. I'm not sure. I know Quan Chi was in Mortal Kombat 4, as well as he was in the Mythologies game for Sub-Zero, which I really enjoyed. Actually, I think he was first introduced in the USA Action Extreme Team cartoon Mortal Kombat Defenders of the Realm. I'll have to check into that. Sorcery. Ooh, he's nice and purple. Ooh, purple. It's got some kind of like little skull in the back or something. I'm not sure. Haven't played some. The skull in the front, kind of, it's glowing. Red. Got horns on the side. His eyes changed too. Cool. Oh, I even got a different look for him. Let's see how that looks. Actually, I kind of like that look. Yeah. Even like the extra skins change. Interesting. Okay, I'm going to end this broadcast, and then I'm going to start my next broadcast here in a second, everybody. Just hold on 1 second. Like I said, just 1 second.